Da-na-na-na-na. Da-nan-tan, 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 tan, 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 tan. Woo! Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey. Welcome back, welcome back. This here is that by the way podcast Delicioso. I am your host with the least amount of mostness. And if I'm not mistaken, this is number 161. I gotta get back on my number. I gotta get back on my number. Cause you know I'm about no slumber. I don't sleep on me, no deep on me, but every time it's under, not a C, not a creep. Every time you what's the alright, cool. I'm gonna bring it back though. I got everything today. How's everybody doing? This here again is that by the way, you know, you gotta know, you know. Shout out to my ear hustlers. Shout out to my beautiful, illustrious ear hustlers. I'm saying it again. Shout out to my ear hustlers. Shout out to my beautiful, illustrious ear hustlers. Shout out to my ear hustlers. Shout out to my beautiful, illustrious ear hustlers. Thank you all. How you all been doing? I hope you all been well. How you all been? You been smooth? How you been? I'm gonna chill on that. I don't want to just talk too much on it. But how you been? You been good? You been bad? You been smooth? You been all over the place? You been not sleeping well? You been sleeping great? Where are you? You everywhere, huh? I just want to say to my ear hustlers, I want to say I thank you all. I feel good. I feel renewed. I feel good. A couple things get me here and there, but for the most part, I'm getting better in the energy conservation. But shout out to my baby. She is smart. Wow, she is smart, and she is keeping me challenged. She's keeping me on my toes. So shout out to my baby. That's my boo, you know. And welcome, new listeners. I don't know where you caught me from, but I will say it's divine timing, and thank you. I appreciate you all sliding through. If one of the ear hustlers sent you a link, whatever it is that they like, and you know what their niche is, what they into, by all means, surprise them, gift my ear hustlers if they put you on, gift them, because they care about you. Little do you know, they care. And yeah, new listeners, I don't know what to tell you to expect, but I would say, tell me how you feel about the part at the end. But I'll be honest with you all. You know what I mean? As much as authentically my heart created that thought notion, I honestly don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in a place, where I understand So I stand it. You know what I mean? Like, you stand up, like a thought comes to you, it lays on your mind. And it's up for you to stand it up, prop it up, put it into life. You know what I mean? And depending on how good you prop it up, depends on if you need to continue to maintain it or it can stand up on its own. And I want something here to stand up on its own. You know what I mean? I take things, I absorb things, but I'm followed by something maybe I don't even know. So, yeah. But, like I said, I hope you enjoy your experience. Let's get into something nice. Look, every time I try to think deeply, I understand that I always forget who I am. What's deeply is me moving my left. I'm right-handed. I feel like I'm right there as them bands lit. You know, witnessing the greatness that came in like a transitional transcript. But look, I am just, every man's lick, but no homo. I'm talking about everything on my solo. Guess what? I had my papa call me up and he wanted to be back together like, oh, yo. Like, do you remember? But I do remember a couple things in my Simber. And I slumber just like I sleep, not on myself, but I say I'm no weak. It's like, it took me 7 days to understand, but no, it didn't. I understand that no other man can be me. So just like Scotty, I beam me up to new levels in the consciousness that there is like new devils and blue seconds in my Soloniquist. But if you need a colonic, then let's clean you out, flush it, make it everything bussin' like you need a mouth, need it out. Go ahead. I think you're seeing doubt. Don't do none of that. I feel like I don't even run it. I just have fun with that. Run it back. After actually everything to me is just a stomach attack. A stomach attack, or maybe just a stomach attached, just like an umbilical cord. But let's not mutter that. I mean, mutter that or mother that. Either way, I'm trying to tell you that something right there is like under that. It's like a thought that's seeping straight, see it through soil. It's like the head that's not beseeching, but came in just like a boil. I mean, heighten out the skin levels you see. But sea levels is what you see when you're a devil. You need not water or hydration, not love, just motherfucking hatred. I don't even curse it, so don't say motherfucking Nathan. Bushwick, Kushtik, okay, they made me Nathaniel with my first name, but really I was Bushwick, Kushtik, telling everybody really what is this? This is the truth, and this is the you. This is the U and the V that makes it a being. This is the beam and the dream that makes you supreme. This is the reason you dream and the reason you need. This is the reason you drool and the reason you breathe. It's like the reason you go deep and the deep and the deep and the deep, deep, and you try to swim, but you ain't got to. Just blow the air out like Ori got to. If you move, you know that you got a God move. And we just playing Uno. But one thing about me, it's like one thing about me. Damn, I mean, who knows? What I be on is like, damn, you just won things about me. I mean, it's like it's one thing about me. I won things about me. And one thing about me is that when I'm about me, I'm always like a suds trying to sprout free. You know, a natural bubbling of some suds, but not like detergent. I think that I'm determined. It ain't about thinking. I think that it's like, you know, this not a soliloquy and not the mycelium, but it's a connect work that makes you feel you feeling him. It's Bushwick. Please don't say a middleman or something about Kushtik. I feel like I'm belittling myself every time I use a rhyme that I don't need, but it's using time. It's something about me. I ain't a vibe. Baby, I'm a grind. And I'm a frequency. And every time I get to talking, you can always see the freak in me. The sexual energy that I always keep not leeching, see. I don't need to leech it out. And I won't have leeches being not on me trying to suck blood because I need supreme. See, I'm a negative O. And I ain't begging nobody to understand what I'm second for. I ain't second, no. I came through like negative O. But we ain't talking blood. We talking better flow. Better flow, a better quote, baby, what you know. I'm talking about everything that, you know, a black intellectual You talking about melanin. You talking about self again. You talking about the ability to absorb the sun and all the wind. Control it. Become one with every moment. And even elements have an elephant talking about aroma all up in the corner, talking about you ain't know I was here the whole time, big ass naked, came through like adjacent. Oh my God, it's great to I got a wildebeest walking through my crib, but it ain't my crib. It's just another sin. It's just a move with another move that you do. I just say it's thicker than what it is. I'm trying to goo. Just like, everything that they add to the bottom of a soul, just to jump a little quicker. I'm talking about flubber, baby. You know that a nigga. Oh yeah, we flying now. I can't say that we die now. I'm talking about eternity. I'm talking about the worry free. I'm talking about everything that kept on burning. See, the pain, the rain, and everything else in my brain that couldn't sustain. I feel like, hey, it's okay. I'm talking to my parents. I ain't having pain or flames about your names. You gotta love the passion. You gotta love the where you put it in the artwork. You know what I mean? See, the art should be used for multiple purposes. If you use the art right, then you're using the art for yourself, right? In the moment, because it feels good. Always, it should. It's a release. But actually, and I should say, it's also affecting the people. In essence, it's affecting the people. Later on in life, it affects you, and it lives, and it keeps going on. Yeah. I love this pod. I love doing this. It's power here. Shout out to my boo boo. You might be 17, listening back. It's like 2025. It's November 12th. It's crazy, boo boo. I was born in 1990, so today to everybody is like future, but not really though, because we all on the Lion timeline of like I believe it's called like a Gregorian calendar, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, hey daughter, hey baby, I probably don't even call you your name that I call you now. I probably call you just Brooke, right? Yeah, you're probably just Brooke by now. But I'm sorry, everybody. Everybody like man, he keep jumping in time and talking to his kids. Hey, I just know that right now she can't understand everything, but I know one day she will. And when those things start to click and flip and move more in that direction, I like for the message to be timeless, So let's get it. So I think about it a lot, right? And I want to talk about this real quick excerpt, this real quick thought, then I can move on to something else that comes to my mind. All right, so I'm a brilliant idiot. I've mentioned it before. I listen to the Brilliant Idiots. Not an advocate of all the super political talk, but I do understand that everything is needed for a reason. So I actually shouldn't even say that, but I did say it because it was original feeling, but it's also one of many feelings. But it's funny, they were talking about the most famous Jews, or Jewish people, I should say, not real Jews, but Jewish people. And it was a couple of things about that conversation, and I hate to even talk about this, but you know what? I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it about the overall people. I'm not gonna have I'm gonna keep my one opinion, a personal opinion, to myself, and everybody know, like, don't do that. I'm not here for the hoopla and all that extraness. Like, really feel like I really do. Not feel like I really do. I like and I respect people. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm a brilliant idiot my damn self. I listen. So I'm not here trying to talk no BS or nothing like that. I think both put their work in and doing what they do. But anyway, they were just talking about the concept of most famous Jews and Jewish people that have changed their last name from a Jewish name to another name to be more digestible and seen in a different light. And I was just thinking about how people have hidden themselves within history, right? And it's so funny because I was thinking about, they were talking about these different names and they were saying names, and then they said a name, they were just giving off like Jewish names, and they said Bernstein, and it hit me because I remember the Bernstein Bears, right? And I don't remember everything about the story necessarily, but I was thinking like, what if the Bernstein Bears was a Jewish psychological way of putting a sweet and good, colorful, great goodness light on the essence of their last name as a like psychological program in our minds as a youth, because everybody became on to Bernstein from like children. And it's not that anybody had any problem with the Bernstein Bears, but I'm just saying, like, if Bernstein is a Jewish name, then the Bernstein Bears portrayed a certain light. And if everybody else that was Jewish changed it, not everybody else, I'm not gonna say that, I think that's a little to whatever, but if it's a thing about changing your Jewish name to be more accepted, socially accepted, then to throw this name on a thing that is showing it in the light that I guess a certain group would like to be represented in, of a rebranding, I wonder, is that, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just looking at that a little weird. But then again, that was my thought. I'm like everywhere. So, hey. But anyway, yeah. So I want to get you all some new music. I might actually do some recording after. Not actually, might. I'm going to do some recording after this. I'm gonna get it in like, but yeah, yeah. Want to work on some music. I want to get something out to you all. I'm not gonna really focus on. Originally I wanted to get you all something before the end of the year, even though I just gave you something not too long ago, but. And you know, I will say this, it's kind of off of a unestablished notion because I didn't have any music or like any songs. Well, same. I had nothing. Well, I'm not gonna say I didn't have anything. I always record, but I didn't have anything new from the last project. I'll take that back. I have some recordings. Yes, I've been working. But nothing that I could stand on and felt like, oh yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? Maybe if I go back and listen, a few might have that vibe. But because I will say, definitely, as much as I hate it, sometimes I'll be sleeping on myself. Like sometimes I'll do something, I'll create something, and I'll listen back and be like, save it, move on to something else. And then when I listen to it, accidentally or just a back again, and it sounds like, ooh, like what it is. So I'm like, wow, wowzer, you know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah. Let me do a commercial. I do have merch. Yes. I do have merch. I'm gonna say it again. I do have merch. For so long I didn't. Oh, another thing. All right. I know I'm not gonna cut off my own commercial to say something else. I'm gonna stay on this, but then I will get back to what I want to talk about with the timeline for this pod. But I do have merch. We have the BTW First Edition tees. The BTW T First Edition. My apologies. So yes, the BTW T First Edition is available, and I partner with Fourth Wall, and let me know You know how you all orders and everything come out and go. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah. But I will put the link in the description down low, and yeah, go copy you a comfortable, stylish, uh, and a tee that makes you a part of a telepathic communication. You know what I mean? It's just community. You know what I mean? So I appreciate every single one of you all. Really do. Also, you can save 15% at Link app for all those businessmen and women, as well as those creators alike. It allows you to just to give you the info, the tech to basically just add to your devices. It's the tech to add to your devices. It's very small. Some like a M&M. Some got their own stands. If you got a table, and people just swipe, and they get whatever service products or whatever it is that however you present your profile basically. So check out Link app. I think you all will definitely like it, especially if you travel and you're trying to get your stuff out there. It's a good way to build. You know what I mean? So check out Link app. Also, if you would like to donate, I am more than gracious. Excuse me. You can do so via PayPal at Wickush. I will put the link down in the description. That is Wickush, WICKUSH. And I appreciate you all. I really do. So yeah. And that's it. Thank you all. I really appreciate you all coming through. And more importantly, I appreciate the universe for giving me this opportunity to create my show my way. You know what I mean? Like, thank you. You know what I mean? I had so many jobs that went so sour and down. And it's like, this right here is perfect. This right here is perfect. And I'm gracious. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for it all. Thankful for the community. Thankful for my family. Thankful for my health. Thankful for my mind. I'm thankful for listenership. I'm thankful for the platform. I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful for my love, my child, my relationship, things that I have, not just possession of, nothing I own. So things that I get an opportunity to experience. And I'm thankful for those things because not a lot of people get an opportunity to experience these divine things. And, my daughter has changed me in so many ways. I've been changing lately, and I've been feeling it and noticing it. And I like it. I do like it. I like it. I'm becoming more whole and more centered, more grounded in myself, and it feels easier to breathe, easier to be. I have more energy and power to give into my movement, my thoughts, than I did when I was bathed in anxiety, bathed in just constantly feeling uncomfortable, unloved, not enough, just not attractive, not, I don't know why, but it was so many things that were happening to me that altered and shaped how I viewed myself. But it took me so long to see how and what I truly am. And now that I have this new healed, whole sense of self that I see and I understand and I'm one with, I operate differently and I move differently. And sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm not that, out of that, to remind myself to get out of that train of thought of that in between and doubtful, you know what I mean? Because I had to understand that I went through some things, some traumatic things, and didn't realize. And by the time I realized, it was a lot to process, and it took time. And as it took time, I sharpened myself, I bettered myself, and I'm just thankful, honestly. life itself was the best remedy and best medicine. Um, you know, I was guided by something that I didn't truly understand. I was guided by something I didn't even know I was guided by. I was protected in ways I didn't know. And I'm thankful for that force, that energy. I'm thankful for my parents. I'm thankful for the love that I've received. I'm thankful for any challenge, hardship. It all molded me, and I understand that it's not over with. Nor do I want it to be over with. I'm just, I think it's important for you all to understand, what is it, dexterity? To understand what you're made of, what you can do, the capabilities of what you could become. If you want to become bulletproof, you can become bulletproof. If you want to reach a new frequency, reach a new self, reach a new understanding, reach a new vision, if you want to look at things and have different type of thoughts, you can do so. If you get tired of who you are, but in ways of you choosing what it is that you are, you can make slight changes, but it takes you to go so deep inside yourself that only you can make those intricate adjustments. And I'll tell you this, if you want it and see it, your mind will vibrate away into making it happen, slowly but surely. So don't beat yourself up. Do not beat yourself up. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. But it's one of those easier said than done things. Because have I done it? Yes. And will I do it again? Most likely. But right now, I'm aligned. Man. Okay. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, a couple of days ago, I was actually singing in the house, like some singing, like some singing. And I was like, where does flow come? Like, where does vibe come from? And I can't wait till it comes back full throttle. Hope it comes back tonight because yeah, I'm boom 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 boom. All I wanna do is change just what I am. Don't know what I got 'cause I got the phlegm. When I get to spitting the loogie, you gon' know that my music came like, ooh, you cannot lose. I got me for sure, baby, what you see, I got everything I need, I got everything in me. No, I will not lose, and I told you so. I got everything, you know that I scroll, but so I'm so clean in everything that I say. I got everything, you know that I lay. Like some clothes on a new one, I know that I could do one. What's your cushy talking about? He got a blue sun. I gotta do it, that cushy, yeah, you blew it. Just like an opportunity, I know it's ruined. Oh, oh, oh. I say, oh, oh, oh. I say, oh, oh, oh. I say, oh, oh, oh. It go perky, it go now, you gotta be. You got everything you see. You be vibrating, the high haters don't know. Oh, you got everything you dropped up in your soul. Like a pocket dimension, that I pocket dimension, that you pocket everything that they listen to. Even never took everything like a simple flu. Like you blew through the air, it was a sentence too. Oh oh my, I know. Oh oh my, I flow. I got everything, all on the floor. Not like a stripper, but baby girl, what you on? I got roots, they go deep. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in your sleeve. All I know is all I know. And all I know, ooh, it's all I know. All I know, ooh, it's all I know. And all I know is ooh, it's all I know. I say, all I know is ooh, it's all I know. All I know is ooh, it's all I know. Yeah, yeah. Ah, it's there. Okay, okay. I gotta find me a beat. Y'all wanna make some music tonight? What type of I think I know like yeah, obviously you heard my music thus far. And it went nothing like that. It went nothing like that. I think I wanna go in that direction for this next project. I don't know, but I want the vibes. I wanna get down to the soul. I wanna get like to the I wanna get down to the depth of the spirit, the depth of the soul. I wanna hit you. Oh, I wanna know. Hey, like on some real stuff. I wanna hit y'all where y'all need to be hit. Yeah, I wanna hit y'all where y'all need to be hit. I hope that don't sound weird, but I wanna reach you where you need to be reached. Like, I think I can do that, and by doing it, I'm pushing myself to a whole new level because I never really produced or created this type of frequency, but I want it. I want it. I want to become one as an instrument with my voice. I don't sound like this for no reason. Not to just speak English in a monotone flow. Everything I go and be there by that room do. Nah, I want to get to it. I really do. And I like rap. I love rap. I love understanding. Um, I will say there's a reason why. I could explain my love. I love communication. I love understanding. I love the transfer of thoughts. I love a meeting of the minds. So a perfect verse has a perfect words, perfect timing, perfect placement, perfect flow, perfect tonality. That all comes together and gets that message across because, you know, that's what it's about. So, ay, ay, ay. Let me see. Let me see. I will actually be right back, and I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just like that, I like to be able to jump through time. Maybe that's my superpower, my podcasting spirit. I said my podcasting spiritual power. I don't know what that was about. Or maybe this is a spiritual thing. Maybe podcasting is a spiritual ability. Who's able to put their spirit in it? Who's not? I don't know. I don't. But anyway, welcome back. This here is that. By the way, I know it almost seemed like I forgot. This here is that. By the way, Podcadicioso. It's a lot, it's a lot of different things, but I do appreciate you all vibing and spending time with me today and the whole nine. And things are good, things are great, things are molding, things are forever moving, and you move with it. You gotta move. If you don't even move, you gotta groove. If you get you a groove, you gotta and do it and never lose. How you never lose? Cause you're always winning, always learning from the things that had you dimming. Always learning from the things that turn to dinner. Now, there. You the winner. Now. It's like chicken dinner. Chicken winner. Who's this? Oh my. Don't be inner. If you inner, gotta be invested. All right. So, where are we? So, something was getting me. Not getting me. It's just something that I was thinking about, but I guess I shouldn't think about it in those terms. But I guess we still are technically in the heat of 3 I Atlas to a degree. You know what I mean? Today's the 13th. I think it's supposed to be the closest to the Earth on the 19th. It's been some cooler talks. A lot of geomagnetic activity, stuff like that we hear. And I'm not gonna lie. I was born 1990, right? From a Gregorian calendar, right? So, in reality, the truest of reality, I wasn't really born in 1990. We don't know what year we were born, but for all intensive purposes, I was born in 1990. And I've been on my own journey here on Earth. But at the same time, I've been learning and understanding a lot about people and seeing how people are and how things go. And I could honestly say that at 35, I see that there are certain things to start to master within yourself, right? You start to get the opportunity to master certain levels of discipline within yourself, certain levels of discipline, which gives you certain levels to reach who you are and what you can do and get accomplished. And the reason I say that is because over the years, now my trajectory, my journey is different from most people. Mine is, I would say, guided by the universe. But everybody is guided by the universe. I would say mine is the rawest form of it. I was taught by a multitude of people. I absorbed an entire village. You know, it wasn't just, I didn't have specific people that, you know, I had to build the pieces of my understanding in certain things. I didn't have anybody give me game or teach me any skills of that nature. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, a lot of that was thwarted by a lot of foggy wasting of time from emotional, I would say emotional garbage. And just that really. You know what I'm saying? As far as a human being, it's one of the main things that can hold us back and have us waste time. But I'm here now, and I'm understanding a lot. And even in what I got an opportunity to experience, it was divine because it was a different path than most, but it was my path. And the reason I'm saying some things, I wouldn't say they got me down or anything. I feel like sometimes, like I said, I feel like sometimes I'm just sitting around waiting on the aliens to come, you know. And I kind of been that way my whole life, right? But lately, it's like, you know, what is really going to create change? You know, let's say I meet up with some people and they be like, you know what, you're so dope. I appreciate who you are and what you are. I want to give you $1 million an episode deal for your back catalog already, what you got. And we want to move forward with a 3-year and we can move all this other creative stuff and they want to help out. And that's all great, right? And I get that. Let's say I'm on 161 now. Let's say I get $161 million. And I get an opportunity to just change everything in my day, my whatever, my life or whatever, right? In the grand scheme of things, what I see ever since I got here, 1990, change has always been needed. Okay, and don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure there's a way you can probably create change in an intrinsic way through people with certain types of energy, and money in the form is an energy if used correctly, possibly. But real change is gonna, people want to enjoy people. People want to enjoy life. Sometimes people don't really know what life is. People have contrived versions of what life is. People have been detached from so many different self-knowing, self-fulfilling, self-survival type aspects. I think it would behoove us, it would strengthen us to know and believe in ourselves a little bit more, to have knowledge of ourselves a little bit more, rather than, feeling off and feeling like you got to go run off to somebody else to give you, to make you better. I think that what's in one could be in 1,000, and what's in 1,000 could be in 1,000,000. And if we operated in a way where what's in the mind of one could be in 10, and what's in the mind of 10 could be in 100, what's in the mind of 100 could be in 1,000, what's in the mind of 1,000 could be, you get what I'm saying? We can make base level knowledge and create a base level experience of life. And it's the experience of a quality of life that we have the ability to create, And I think if that was done, I wouldn't be sitting here waiting on the aliens to offer that or something new. And even that in itself could be, not always what you want. You know what I mean? But it's so funny and so weird about this world. It showed me about, like, from this world and the city that I live in, it showed me that not much changes. It's just rearranging. Things are, I would say, it looks like they're clearing up. It looks like some adjustments, some cleansing of spirits and businesses and bad practices are starting to be exposed and things of that nature. And I will say, which I've always said ever since I was born, that, as far as for black people, nothing has changed. There has really no change from abroad, no change from time. The games have gotten even more technologically advanced, the racism, all of it. So to be able to go so vehemently back into politics and thinking people still thinking that they're going to change things. People older than me, people born in the 70s, 60s, still, talking about who not to vote for anymore, and it's like the energy given to things that don't even like change, don't even really matter. They just seem to evoke emotional voltages, which is so funny because it's voting, and it just literally takes people voltages, the minds, the energy, and it makes people weird. It makes people feel like they gotta hide who it is that they're representing, and it's weak. That's weak because let's say if this was a kingdom, right, and there was a king, and let's say when the king walked around, you had on another castle kingdom's attire with their name, you probably getting hung or sent somewhere. So it's like there is no division. It's just people being programmed to be divisive, be separate, fight, be evoked in emotion. And most of the people don't even see that they're being played. Same thing as in like religion. Same thing in religion. The only thing that really truly matters is the control that you have over your mind. The power that you have in your mind and your body, and the life that you see that you could fulfill, and the things and the mechanisms and systems in which you see how they move and work around you, and you find your place within it, where you are strong because you are a part of it. So it's just that, like, there's been so much bamboozling of the mind on people. And it's so special when you come into contact with somebody that is of sound mind, is and it's so special when people can help you see maybe see something that should be questionable within yourself. Because as we go through things, we're lied to, and we hold on to lies. And sometimes we build upon those lies from we try to build upon those lies, but you can't build upon a lie. If you're wrong, you're wrong. But most people don't know why or how they're wrong. If the information was implanted at a certain time in a certain way where they don't even question its entrance. You know what I mean? I didn't even realize its entrance. I think we feel a lot of ways about a lot of things. Sometimes you may find yourself talking to yourself emotionally about something that you never really talked to anybody about. But when you really think about it, sometimes these things can, you can really have much more, I guess, thought on it. But I don't know. It's just me. I just look at time and I look at life, and I look at my parents. I look at old relationships. I see how people work. I know that it takes will and it takes energy to better, improve, or even maintain yourself. And I know a lot of people give up on themselves and don't really have that essence, that strength. And it's understandable because most people are off fallacies. Anything from religion is false. You're just going to be winging it until you find some delusion that may give you some type of sense of, what's it called? Survival comfort to a degree. You know what I mean? But as far as getting out of that downward energy, starting to rise and stand up straight and erect in your energy and your willpower, your existence. Having that type of, I wish I knew the word for it, but having that type of spirit within them, not being defeated. A lot of people are followers and don't want to lift their heads up and just be an individual. And not saying an individual in a way where because individuality sometimes I think it's not overrated, but what I'm saying, because we all are one. But sometimes a lot of people don't even use their mind or brain when they're in follower mode. They don't lift their heads up to look, just like a sheep. So it's important to look around. It's important to be self-aware. It's important to notice patterns. And it's important to understand nature, because if you understand nature, then you understand that there are possibilities and sparks of change and differences in people. But for the majority, it doesn't exist, that there's no engine there. And if you look at the system in a way that a lot of society and just life is set up, it's not really designed to replenish you, to bathe you, to strengthen you. It will be gruesome. It will tear you down. It will stress you out. It will pull at you. You won't be giving much energy to yourself if you don't know how to truly invest in yourself. And the ways to invest in yourself aren't really socially supported. And investing in yourself is investing in your health, growing your food, having land to grow your food, having time to tend to your vegetables and fruit and grow in the stuff you have. There should be a lot more difference in what we have going on. It really should. I've already talked about the concept of money. We have an opportunity through social media, through the society that we've built. Unfortunately, it has a connecting force or organization that's not necessarily used properly. But if used properly, we could all teach each other to do and be able to do so much more. But the whole purpose of the world is, if people haven't noticed, is that there seems to be beings that want people to have and want people to not have. And apparently that in itself, excuse me, creates, oh, let me get some, talking too much. Yeah, that seems to create some type of circular motion flow that seems to power the society we live in. The haves and the have-nots. And it seems like world global good domination, well, goodness dominates over everything, where everybody is born into a world where education is free, skills are free, things are being done in a way where like just a much higher sense form of people. Food is free. There is no money dollar value. Everybody knows how to make a lot of different things. People trade and give things to people. People gift people things that they work on in projects all the time. Everybody gifts everybody just because everybody has opportunity to create and make. And we can all work together in abundance to get resources. That would be a perfect world. That would literally take less than 2,000 years. But if you look at whatever we're in now, everything has been compromised, has been contrived, behind paywalls, education, health, even the opportunity to have time to do certain things. There's a lot of people that live 9 to 5s, aren't paid properly, and that's the energy that they're given to actually go out and experience whatever the case may be, whether they're trying to go out and have whatever a good time could be, pay their bills, afford a place to live, car, drive, and transportation, whatever the case may be. A lot of people are still on the bus, still on train, public transportation. And when you factor into you're at the mercy of another essence that you can't really control how, when you move on a bus. That takes time, that takes energy. So a lot of different people are living different lives at different energy levels, based off different access to different resources, and have different mindsets and different everything. And the reality is that it doesn't have to be that way. It could be better. And I say that because I was born in a special position where I got to see two drastic parts of life. I had two drastic parts of life. But in both parts, I understood that both parts were missing what the other had, which allowed me to be a good and perfect self. I now, like, for example, I'll tell you this. On my dad's side, I got a chance to experience, go different places, and have certain type of like cerebral conversations. And I got a chance to question, build, and just build who I am as a person, as a little boy, right? And then on my mom's side, I had different challenges in different ways. It flowed a completely different way. On my dad's side, I was the only child in the family until my sisters were born. We're all 9 years apart. So my sister was born when I was 9, and then my other sister was born when I was 18. So for a majority of the time, I had my parents to myself a great deal of time, and even as they were growing up, because my mind was much older and more inquisitive, they were still in baby stages. So a lot of interacting brain power that pulled and interacted was with me and them. I mean, we obviously Yeah. So, so I got a chance to develop in a different way. On my mom's side, I was one of many, but I was also still seen as me. Um, and I love that. I love that, you know. But at the same token, I also understood that I was exposed to certain things that on each side that the other side was not exposed to. You know, my mom and them had a certain sense of togetherness and family that my dad and them, their side did not possess that sense of warmth and togetherness and tight bondedness and intricate, like for example, like on my mom's side, we all could be in a room and we all know how each other feel. We sometimes what each other are thinking. We're in tune with each other. We're this and that. We're interacting. You know, we're playful. We're goofy. We're this and that. You know, um, on my dad's side, as much it's not the same all the time. You know, yeah. You know, the TV was always on. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say that. It was a family, but it wasn't as knit bonded like or warm like my other side. And then like you know on my mom's side, they weren't exposed to. We weren't exposed to like going out to dinners, like certain star restaurants and things of that nature. Um, you know, I used to get like gifts or souvenirs from when my grandparents would travel. My grandparents went all over the world. They went to Australia. I excuse me. Whew, it felt good. I guess there's nothing to excuse about. It felt good. And I want to say they went to New Zealand. They went up to a few different places, but they would always bring me back something, you know, whatever. And I would love it. I would love it. But a lot of my cousins and sometimes the people in my neighborhood, they weren't always that connected with their father side of the family, nor were their like grandparents in the same position, you know. And I was blessed to see my grandfather and my grandma build an empire on my dad's side, you know, together. An entire property company, you know what I mean? So I just saw different things, but I also saw on my mom's side, I saw recovery and healing. I saw compassion. I saw whole families being taken in. And, excuse me. It's not. Okay. When your phone is in your pocket, but you can barely get to it. Yeah. That's nice, man. I'm getting so good with that. Man, I'm getting so good with that. Turn me up. I'm getting so good with that. Ooh, I'm getting so good with that. Yeah. Welcome back. My apologies. It was literally not even a minute. My baby's been taken out on a little coffee run with her mommy, and they're gonna go do the little woman day with her aunt, and yeah. So, but yeah, yeah, I got to see whole families taken in. I got to see people being helped and weaned off drugs, their kids being taken care of, and from that we had more kids and children in our family, just you know around. It's how we grew up. Yeah. My aunts had a lot of friends, and they friends had a lot of kids, a lot of kids. But shout out to actually shout out to all those kids, man. I know everybody grew up. I hope everybody's smooth, man. It was a really I had a lot of cool experience with a lot of cool dope people growing up. Like for real. There's some real ones out there. And a lot of us grew up to be some real forces. You know what I mean? Some real forces. So I say that, you know, I wish the best for everybody, man. I wish the best for everybody. But more importantly, what I'm saying is that, like, there's a lot of opportunities and things that children, black children, I don't want to say black, I want to say melanated kids here in Chicago, here in every hood in America, on this planet, they deserve. They deserve warmth. They deserve support. They deserve family. They deserve discipline. They deserve consistency. They deserve a system. They deserve themselves. They deserve, and when I say a system, something that works to allow them to be able to work whatever it is and who it is that they are. It's a lot of chaos and misguidance in the world as we see and know. So systems matter. You know what I mean? A lot of people nowadays, I'm not going to say that. I don't want to speak candidly, but there are a lot of people that run away from discipline, run away from any type of organization. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's a psychological thing. You know, it's not always just a cut and dry thing. But at the end of the day, these kids deserve a beautiful world. You know, these girls deserve a father. These girls deserve to be protected. You know, in all ways, not just physically, but even their minds need to be protected. A lot of us, you know, need our own forms of protection and our own forms of bonds where we keep each other accountable to a degree. But we can only do that through being truly honest, truly forthcoming, you know. But that takes time and it takes building. You have to create and mend your lives together. And I think us as black people, we don't work together. We live together, but we don't work together. We go out in the world and we disperse, and then we come back to where we all live together, but don't really necessarily F with each other. And sometimes that is, not sometimes, all the time, it's one of the most divisive things about us when we don't even really truly realize we're closer genetically with a stranger, another so-called black person, than any other race and people on this planet. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of this shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be, but it is. Shouldn't be, but it is. So yeah, we need some changes, and the changes could be made. But as of right now, I feel like you get down with the people that you can build with, and you start. And there'll be little factions and groups here and there, and I think life will change. You know, I remember growing up in the hood before like social media and anything. I remember when something was popping down the street, everybody knew. Everybody would just be flocking and running down there. And I think back in the day, before any of this, when everything was, not everything, yeah, everything was, majority of things were word of mouth. That word of mouth held power. You know what I mean? And I think we could get back to it. You know, something that we all can look out and look down the window, down the street, and everybody notice there's a change, there's a difference. You know, whether they're running or flocking to it, or it's just a new way of thinking, a new way of living, something where you don't have to do or put money into it, or whatever the case may be. I'm not. So, yeah, I just think that it's time, you know. It's truly time, you know. Plus, I feel like if there are any demons and bad stuff, you know, for me to get this message out, just a few episodes ago, I felt like there was no need in me even podding anymore. But there is a need for me to pod and understand it. You know, I don't want to sit up here and talk fictitiously or talk like a little, have childish talk like we everything should be free. Nobody work, go to job. Even though that may sound from a childish perspective, but in so many ways, it's the truth. Your life should not be, your day should not go that way. It's just the truest of reality. The truest of reality. You know, that investment in time and that job for those dollars, that money, is the same investment that if was put into you being able to teach, learn, and you were part of generations that you and your family came together because we weren't divided and broken and going through emotional niggas and bitches, just toxicity, and we were melanated gods and goddesses working and building together through generational blessings. Children would know more of who and how they are, and I think that we just be different. You wouldn't even need money if you came into a place where your energy was invested into your land, molding the tools and the things that you use and want, trading with the people in your community, village, whatever the case. And we don't have to say village because village sounds like it's like old times and not technologically advanced. But like, and people working on technology and having technological camps and trading techniques and certain, whatever the case may be, tools that they create on their own, a little devices that helps other people devices work in a different way, and just the building of generational time, effort, and brain power and togetherness, being natural scientists. I think we have that. We have that right and ability, but it's not being worked. It's not happening. People are getting up and going to a place trying to hurry up and get there in a time frame. You know what I mean? When, if we're being honest, we should all be waking up from the sun. It's the only natural clock. And when the sun falls, our body should fall in fields with each other, sleep, if we wanted it to be in that way. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people can't have homes and houses, and I'm not saying people have to sleep outside. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying we could live in a universe where you start your day and you exert and play and work. Not even work. You play. Because even people don't get it twisted. By playing, your body can get stronger. By playing, you can get smarter. You see what I'm saying? By playing, you can build. You can move forward. Working, I think work and play could be simultaneously, but I believe play is for yourself. You can't play for somebody else. Even, you get what I'm saying? Like, and it's so funny saying that because then you think about the NBA and basketball. But you can work for somebody else, but you play for yourself. So I guess in the NBA, they work basketball. They don't play basketball. But then again, you will find some of them that actually do play the game of basketball for themselves. I think Kobe, tongue twisted. I think Kobe showed us that. Yeah. Kobe showed us that he wasn't working for somebody. He was playing for himself. Yep. And that has nothing to do about anything about selfishness. Never calling Kobe selfish. I'm just saying. You can tell that he was passionate, and he played basketball. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only saying that in the terms of what I was talking about earlier. But anyway, so yeah. I guess that was basically it. Say it ain't so, Jack. Say it ain't so. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I ain't gonna keep y'all. I know y'all got lives and things to get to, and until next time, I get it. But you hustlers out there, y'all be smooth, man. Y'all be smooth. Be smooth. Hey, have couth. I like that word. Have some couth to you. You know what I mean? Be couthful. I don't even know if that's a word. I really don't know if that's a word. You know what's so funny? I wanted to ask SIRI if truthful is a real word, but I realized I told you all this before that I don't talk to the iPhone on the mic anymore because every time you all play it, I don't know about, well, for me on mine, when I'm playing it and I say hey and that name, my phone activates like I said it. So I'm guessing you all's phones activate like you all said it too. And it happens every time. It just stops the pod. So I realized I have to stop saying hey, SIRI. You know what I mean? So, hold on. Let me see. Let me just type it in. Truthful. Let me see if that's a word. Truthful. Oh, truthfully? Truthfulness. Hold on, let me see. Truthful isn't a standard English word, but it likely stems from truth, meaning sophisticated, polished, or refined. So truthful would describe someone showing that cultured, well-mannered quality, much like being courteous and genteel. All right. Let me see what genteel means. Let me see what genteel means. I like that though. I'm not gonna lie. Look it up. All right. So genteel, polite, refined, or respectable, often in an affected or ostentatious way. Okay. 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 So polite, refined, or respectable in an ostentatious way. Okay. All right. I can get with that. I can get with that. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. But anyway, an ostentatious way. Or by the way, who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Let you all go. Don't forget. Let me do a commercial for you. Grab you a BTWT. I will put the link down in the description. First edition, you already know. Secondly, if you would like to donate, support, I am more than gracious. You have no idea. You can do so via PayPal at Wickush, WICKUSH, and I will put the link down in the description as well. And lastly, save 15% at Link App. This is for the business women and men, creators alike, that are on the go. And with that tech, you can basically add it to your devices, and just with a tap of the phone, they can get your whole profile, know your services, products, number, email, a little intro video if you want to do it. To, just explain them, let them know what you're about, showing your work, and save you 15%. So that's for all those hustlers that's out here. Just get into it. I want to help you out, help you save some money, and help you save some time. You know what I mean? Save some time. You look pretty cool. Go ahead, boom, right there. I'm gonna get up with y'all, and they got everything. You know what I mean? So, meanwhile, that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. Love, peace, gratitude, and don't forget your Haritaki. Don't forget to work out. Don't forget your Haritaki. Don't forget to work out. Hey, don't forget your Haritaki. Don't forget to work out. And if you're going through something in life, just know it'll work out. Peace.